Welcome back to the Director's We're fishing today, apparently. What is in me? Okay, so I'm your host and resident idiot, Michael, and today we've got an interesting What's in the Box episode. I can't tell from the size of it or the weight whether this is an IEM or an over-ear, so we'll dig into that shortly. And stick around. If you're interested later, I'll share some stuff about the channel before we're done today. So I was listening to some jazz yesterday, and I was reading about Thelonious Monk. Y'all know he's my favorite jazz musician, all time. Anyway, I came across this blurb that said Thelonious had appeared in a 1959 documentary about the Newport Jazz Festival. It's called Jazz on a Summer's Day. So naturally, I went on a hunt, and I found this documentary. I think it was shot on 16 millimeter film. It's got that squared off, very 4:3 kind of look. And it looks like there was only like 2 or 3 cameras used at most. One was trained on the crowd, and I think there were 2 on stage or pointed at the stage from the audience. And they rolled a reel-to-reel for sync on the music, because you can hear the speed-ups and slowdowns as they were syncing. But Thelonious was one of the first acts, sure enough, but then it goes on from there into an incredible hour plus of bebop, blues, and gospel. Jerry Mulligan, Dinah Washington, Chuck Berry, Maybelle Smith, Mahalia Jackson, and it was headlined by the great Louis Armstrong. It was unbelievable, and to see this in color. And I think they're singing into a Neumann U47 on stage. I've never seen that before. And I think it's one of the reasons the soundtrack is so stellar. A little overmodulation here and there, but it's amazing. The cut scenes of the crowd are just as interesting as the musicians. It's like a time capsule of the world in 1959. It was, less than 10 years before I was born. But I loved seeing the diversity. It's a fascinating film. I'm going to drop a link below if I can find one. But let's get to some headlines. Now, I mentioned in the last episode that Adele is about to release new music. Well, the album release date is now announced. It's November 19th. And despite all this talk that 25 would be the last album to feature her age as the title, this one's called 30. She lied. But you can do that when you're Adele. Another story I've been watching is the Beatles Get Back documentary. I've reported on that a few times. The full trailer was just released. I'll link that below or maybe up here or something. I don't know. But the documentary will debut on Disney Plus over 3 nights in 2-hour episodes in November. And those are your headlines for today. All right, enough of that. Let's get to this box right here, which comes to us from the fine folks at Audio 46. Now, I know I hyped them a lot, but they've been a huge Director's Garage supporter. This story has everything. It's one of my favorite places to go and check out the latest and greatest in personal audio. From flagship titans like the LCD5 to the latest Moondrop IEMs, Audio 46 is your personal audio superstore. Fast and free shipping, and if you click on the affiliate link below and use the coupon code Director's Garage at checkout, that's all one word, you can knock an extra 5% off your purchase and save a bundle on most of the items that they sell. It's so cool that they have a way for us to pay it forward, and it helps the show too. I've been a customer there for years. And I think it's time we rip open this latest Audio 46 entry and find out what the heck they sent us. And today's unboxing is a blind unboxing. And here's how it works. Audio 46 drops something in a box and they send it to me. I have no idea what it is. It could be a $50 product. It could be a $5,000 product. We open it live on camera. It's some live action for you. And we learn about this product together. These are my very favorite episodes to make, so let's get it on! The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on and he took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. Did you get that one? That's The End by The Doors off their first album. I gotta love a Jim Morrison lyric. It's a great tune. Dramatic readings by Your Resident Idiot. It's my new hobby. All right, we got some stuff open here. What do you think? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Paper. Oh, we got ourselves a GH-50. Yes, a GH-50. I have no idea what a GH-50 is, people. But we're going to find out right now. It's a it's a Kennerton. Look at Kennerton right there. Okay, Kennerton I've heard of. Kennerton's kind of got some cool looking stuff. But I don't know what a GH-50 is. So I got a feeling it's an over-ear, though. If I had to guess right now, I would guess that it's an over-ear. Oh, it's a horn-loaded dynamic headphone. Well, that's kind of curious. I don't know what that means. I mean, it sounds cool enough, but horn-loaded, like that's a horn. That's not a dynamic driver. It says it's a 50 millimeter graphene membrane. Okay, so that would seem dynamic driver then. I wonder what the horn is about. Wow, I'm very, very intrigued by this development, folks. Very intrigued. Pwah! Hey, okay. All right, these have got, I'm not a huge fan of metal bands on the top here, and that's what these have because they tend to be a little on the springy side, but look at the cups. Look at this. It's like it's a leather. This is, no, I guess it's like a foam. Maybe it's a fake leather. It's got this Kennerton logo in it, and then it's got this kind of sea foamy wood stain around the outside. I gotta say, these are kind of attractive when I'm looking at them. Let's see how they do. They fit well. They fit real well. They feel really good on the head. I will tell you this, very microphonic. If you even breathe on this, it resonates through the entire ear cup assembly. Amazing. So that's something to watch out for, at least on the build. But let's see if we can wire them up and see what they do. Ripping into the cable bag. Cable was stored in the lid of the box. It's got a cable tie built into the cable. I always appreciate that for storage. Looks very good. We'll go through the M scaler and the Hugo 2. So I'm going to put these on, and I think it's time to head into a little sound impression. But even the slightest movement of my head, and I can hear a resonance. This is amazing. So since we were talking about the Newport Jazz Festival earlier, I'm going to go to Miles and Monk at Newport, and let's see how that sounds. This is Blue Monk, Miles Davis on trumpet, 1958. There is a sub-bass thump that belies like there is something killer waiting down below if I find the right track. Wow, there is something lively about these. Hang on a second. Wow, this is hooking up. This sounds fantastic. I'm going to go to Dream in Blue now, and I'm going to check this bass out and see what it's doing down there. Oh. This is some of the most slam I've ever heard in a headphone. I'm going to continue with, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to continue this in just a second. The construction on these led me to believe that this was not going to sound very good. It's this metal construction, springy. I put them on and there's echoes going through my head, and like anytime you just even whisper or move your head, you hear a resonant frequency from the assembly. And remember how I was talking about how the STAX SR-009s, the new STAX, had those tacked on bits because they were getting resonance throughout the frame? That's the resonance that these are bringing in. That said, the initial impact of these, I'm actually quite impressed. And I have a hunch these aren't hella expensive, but I just wanted to tell you, I'm stopping for a minute because this sounds initially like you took your Lamborghini to Earl Scheib. The packaging is not so good. But the engine underneath has got a ton of surprises. I don't know. We're not deep enough into this. I can't tell you whether the tuning is spot on. But my initial reaction to the sound is, this is really impressive. The bass slam, folks, is off the charts. But I feel a little guilty liking it. It's not refined. Like, you're not getting tons of like separation and stuff. But I can't deny it. I'm enjoying the hell out of these. All right, let's go to a couple of standard tracks. Let's go to Hotel California. There is a dynamic push down low that kicks you in your ass when it hits and it activates. And when that activates, it's an experience. And it's kind of worth having these around just to once in a while have some fun. It's like the Jimmy. Remember I opened the Jimmy in the last episode and I was like, you know, these aren't the best sounding thing I've ever heard, but they're fun. This is like a hella fun headphone. I just wish that anytime I touch on these, it's going through my whole skull. I mean, these are comically basshead headphones, but I'm enjoying the experience. And they sound kind of clean. They sound kind of fast. All right, if you can get past the build quality, I gotta say this is a recommendation. I don't know what they're gonna cost, but I don't see these things clearing $400. I'm gonna go check it out right now. While we're in the sound check, we're gonna break new ground because I've just gotta know. Gonna go to audio 46. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where are these things? Here they are. Okay. Well, they're a lot more expensive than I thought. I thought based on the materials that these were going to be $400, $500 headphones. Folks, they're $1,300. Well, now we've got a reframe on our head. This is why the blind what's in the boxes are so fun, because we really are discovering something together. And I can tell you that the sound out of these is hella impressive. My problem is the build quality. Listen to this. Okay, that's the head pad sliding on a piece of plastic that's draped between the headphones, okay? And I'm telling you, all of this stuff resonates. The cord, any movement of the cord, you just pick up this resonance. That said, it's a $1,200 and then some sound out of these. The sound on these is undeniable. I want to dig in a little more. I want to find some more tracks. This is going to make me track seek a little bit because these do sound incredibly impressive. Now I'm going to check out the Clash. I'm going to go to London Calling. I just want to hear what some different things sound like on this headphone, because I'm telling you, what I'm hearing so far is frickin' impressive. They lean a little bright. There is so much thunder down low. It's, again, not the cleanest bass. I'm enjoying them. These are supposed to be closebacks. And if these are closebacks, this is what I would have wanted out of the Stellia. I was hoping for something this lively, because these sound great. Okay, London Calling, Dro Strummer in the middle, and then you've got the response on the London Callings over here, and they're fantastic. Big, huge bass slam. The drums are kicking, they're punching hard. Strummer's guitar up here, and then the echo slaps back over here. This is fantastic. I'm getting a lot of senses satisfied off of these headphones. There's no denying it. They're not precise. They're a little on the vague side. But there's no question there's a decent soundstage here, and there is imaging. It's just not the cleanest image. It's not a precise image. All right, She Ain't Right For You off of Macy Gray Stripped. Macy Gray is a bit of a mess. There's so much bass and there's some bloom in the bass. This is a very precise binaural recording. I don't feel like this is working that well for this headphone. I was better off in some of the other areas. This is not the choice I would make. This is a great set for the Susvara with its laser type precision. A little more vague headphone like this, it's got a wide soundstage and like mediocre imaging. It's not for this. I'm gonna go to 24 Karat Magic off of Bruno Mars. Guys, you gotta hear something like this. It's like so much. Okay. Okay, what this just presented to me was like Beats on steroids. Like, picture Beats, and then you gave them a whole bunch of Diana Ball and let them lift weights for 24 years, and you get what this is on pop music with a ton of compression and all the modern stuff. Oh, that was hysterical. That was like so much. It was like so much of a good thing. So much of too much of a thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. It's such a commercial tuning. I'm almost ashamed to like it, but I do. I do. I like this. I gotta say, I like what the experience here. These are comically bright and comically bassy, but there's fantastic slam, like maybe the most slam I've ever heard in a headphone kind of slam. And then the top end is clean on the right tracks. I think that you can push these bright in a second with the wrong tracks. But for jazz and for some easy listening stuff, and the Bruno Mars, fantastic. When I got into more audiophile stuff, well, maybe they didn't hold up as well, but the key for me is that they're $1,300, as we found out. And that reframes what I'm looking at. And what I would say is that for $1,300, I want a better build quality. I want a much better build quality. You should not be able to play your headphone as an instrument. That's a mistake. So I got to give a shout out, obviously, to Audio 46 for sending the Kennerton GH50, I'm going to keep looking it up because I've not heard of these before, our way. So yeah, I think that these are a great headphone at $500 given their construction. At $1,300, Kennerton's got to step up the build quality. When you are competing against the likes of Focal and Dan Clark Audio and these amazing headphones, even ZMF to a degree, they're delivering a much better finish and quality to their headphones at that price range. The drivers are there, the build is not. Now, before I go, I want to talk a little bit about the future of the show and talk about the show itself. I'm trying to make this show different and entertaining. I'm not for everyone. I get it. I know there is a segment of the audience that wants a straight, sophisticated speaking, formal review show. That ain't me. I call myself an acquired taste, and I am. No question there. I do big, bold things because I want to and let the chips fall. I'm currently breaking up the dream team so that I can reform it with new parts. Who tears apart $23,000 package of awesome headphones? I do, because I wanted to. And it's how we're getting to the next chapter of The Director's Garage. In these episodes, I'm telling my journey through this headphone obsession that I think we all share. It's a story I tell using my own voice, and I try to describe things in a way I think you will best get my meaning. I love telling stories and learning new things about music, musicians, producers, and engineers who make and record the songs that we love. And I love sharing that on the show. Hi, I'm Michael, and I tell stories. You'll rarely see graphs or charts on this show, and I have my reasons. Among them, they're boring. They distract. There are accuracy problems with the measurements. There's a cottage industry out there selling you these measurements to get clicks on the internet, and there's no transparency about that. And the graphs don't tell you the full story of a headphone. Every choice on this show is mine. I write, shoot, edit, and create. Every word, cheesy graphic, bad laugh, annoying sound effect, and inside joke. No one else touches the production process. Some channels have editors putting everything together. Here, it's all me. Working on these shows, I do things to entertain myself, just to see if anyone catches that I used a bowling ball sound effect on the last graphic of the Mega Shootout. Did you catch it? Or I'll leave a headphone deep in the shot that I'm going to be reviewing in an upcoming episode, just to see if anyone notices. Now, these episodes go live when I get them done in my free time. I can't post regularly because I have a day job that I try to share with you guys when something interesting happens. Check the community tab. Now, I do get to see and do some really cool shit. And I get to meet some folks that most people will probably never meet. A guy I worked with this morning, he called me and asked me about a shoot I did on the set of a Ben Stiller movie called The Heartbreak Kid in Mexico. I told him I don't remember shooting it, and then he sent me a screen cap of me in the shot. Blown away, I have hair in the shot. Now, I told him it may have been Hawaii, and then I looked it up in my records, and yep, it was Cabo San Lucas. He asked me how I could forget a free trip to Cabo to a movie set. I said I've been to Cabo a half a dozen times shooting stuff. One random movie from 2006, I couldn't tell you. My job has sent me to some insane places. I've seen some things. As for the show's future, I'm definitely nudging the show more toward over-ear headphones because, frankly, they get the bigger audience. You guys watch more. I'm still going to feature IEMs because I still think they're the most exciting part of this hobby right now. What they're able to do with these tiny pieces of wood and plastic no one would have dreamed of 10 years ago. But the flagships deliver a heck of a show, and you all show up for the fireworks. I get it. So this is my little welcome video to everyone who's new around here and can't figure out what the hell's going on. I'm doing this show out of the spirit of giving back. We do giveaways from time to time, and I try to get you all discounts on stuff as they become available to us. We're building something together, and I like the vibe and the positivity. This stuff should be fun, damn it. Let's not forget to have fun and laugh at ourselves. To help keep this train a-rolling, consider subscribing to the Director's Garage. It's pain-free and it won't give you a rash. Share subscriptions that help drive this channel forward. Thanks for stopping by today. It's always good to hang out with you all. Give this episode a thumbs up if I mildly amused you, or do the other thing if you'd like to introduce rat poison into my iced tea. I can't say I blame you either way, and I will see you before you know it.